Hello guys, welcome back to the Crew Waltron Driving All Cars, part number 43. The Ferrari, LaFerrari, or is it just LaFerrari? That's what we are looking at here in full stock. It's a hybrid car, which sorta means it's dealing with a normal engine and a few electro engines or electric engines, whatever you want to call it, and all that combined gives a total of 963 brake horsepower or something like that. I believe it is like that. Yeah, 963 brake horsepower, 900 Newton meter of torque. Competition coming from cars which are not in this game: Porsche 918 and the McLaren P1. Unless, well, Porsche 918 is never gonna come to this game, I guess, since Porsche is not officially in this game, only the tuner Ruff is. And I don't think they have tuned a 918 because it's kind of a bit too exclusive. McLaren, we do have McLarens in this game, so they sort of have an agreement with McLaren. So who knows, maybe the P1 might show up at one point or another in this game. This thing is, I am driving around in full stock quite a bit here towards the 1 mile drag race where we test all the cars. But already in full stock it is quite good and nice to drive around in. It oversteers a little bit and on some occasions a little bit too much, and that is probably where it loses it if it comes down to numbers and times. And to what is it going to lose it? Well, to the Huayra, which is the best performance spec in this game. But this thing is one of the cars that can give it a fight for the win. Not many of the cars in performance specs, although there are 70 plus of them, can give the Huayra a fight for its money, but this one can. And in such a way that it's probably the number 2 in performance. It has the acceleration, it has the top speed, it has the handling, it just, yeah, a little bit too oversteering at times. And acceleration might be a bit less than the Huayra. I'm not 100% aware of that, for the simple reason that we haven't gotten the numbers yet. I go by the numbers on this 1 mile drag, for instance. 1 mile drag hit the nitro at the first checkpoint, which is the quarter mile, using a full nitro bar there, and then we finish at 1 mile. Performance spec, we are part number 43 of this Driving All Car series, and in part number 5 or 6 I tested the Aston Martin Vanquish. I'm guessing we're gonna have to look at that one. 22.8, that's the fastest we've tested so far. Other than that, a lot of 23 and 24 second cars tested in performance spec so far. 30, 35. I even got a couple of 24 seconds, but yeah, I don't think we have to take a look at that. It was pretty dark inside there, meaning it is kind one of those cars that have to be repatched after the tunnel patch. They kind of ruined some of the dials and numbers inside during daylight. It's not with all the cars, but with some it is, and this one is also it's kind of visible, but well, not as good as it was before. Let's have a look. $340 at the finish, most performance spec. This is going to be way over. What are we going? 350? Yep, 350. That already says it all. 22.552. We kinda smoked all of the other performance specs tested here. The best one was the Vanquish with 22.8, but that he already loses out 0.3 of a second on this car. So a definite plus is acceleration. Seeing it is the best we tested. I am going by this. I started the series in alphabetic order, by brand alphabetic that is, and then I switched that in the once I encountered the Camaro, which was the first car that I tested with a drag spec. Then I switched it up, tested the 10 cars which have a drag spec, so that I could test the drag cars on the same track, which was only available for a couple of weeks. And after that I switched back to the alphabetic order, so that's what I'm doing now. And we are on the F of Ferrari. Previous videos I tested the 458 and the F40. And this one is up next. And then we come to the Fords tomorrow or later in the week. Brakes, not a problem. Handling, yep, not really a problem. You can throw it into the corner. You just, yeah, little slides here and there, and that's. We're not talking about extreme oversteer. Just it's little slides here and there, which kind of makes it lose out. Where a Huayra won't, like here, be too much on the power, get a bit of wheel spin, and you're not gonna get much wheel spin from the Huayra. Maybe in that corner as well, it just might be one of those corners, but it's all just a little bit less, I guess. I haven't tested the Huayra yet, so we will see on the acceleration test. Maybe also there it might lose a tenth or so. Maybe a few kilometers an hour on top speed, although I have tested this car in one of the previous Summit qualifiers, which was a time attack where we could use performance spec. We were with the crew there, all, if I'm not mistaken, all Platinum 1 drivers, so we would kinda know what we were doing. We took out the Huayra, limits at 427 in slipstream. 427, 428. Then we took out this one, and that kind of limits at 426, 427. So we are talking about 1-2 kilometers an hour difference. And it could also keep up with the Huayras. At one point I switched to this car, and the other ones were in the Huayra. The reason I turned here was to try to get an idea on the downhill, but I don't think I went back far enough to get enough speed here to, or not enough nitro, I don't know. 386 I do here, but I'm pretty sure if I wouldn't crash into that car it would go around 400 or over it as well, like all the better performance spec do on the downhill. I know in slipstream it limits at 426, 427, which is just 1 or 2 kilometers less than the Huayra. But I think that overall they are the numbers 1 and 2 in performance though. So except for the F40, the Ferraris in this game do have a reason. This only has a performance spec, so I had only one spec to test, but it's a pretty good one. It probably will be beaten often by the Huayra, although it is only one of the few cars that can beat it. This LaFerrari. I will see you guys in the next one, and bye for now.